I left off with talking about self-love, talking about the game of life and how to play it, and talking about the chapter in regards to casting out burdens, casting your burdens aside, basically putting it up into the God consciousness and the God mind, and allowing yourself to um, face your fears and put forth active faith. And I think it's important to talk about that because there's too many times where, you know, we think about the outside, but we need to talk about the inside because that's the key. That's the key to solving everything, going within. The temple of heaven is within. You know, it's, your body is a sacred temple. That's true. And it's just not physical stuff, what liquid and all of that is concerned. Of course, you need that to sustain life, and that's true. But also, you need to reach those higher realms beyond the 3D material world, get into the spiritual fourth dimension, fifth dimensional world order, basically, you know, and it talks about staying consistent, not giving up. Like when you do these chants and you have these affirmations and you steer yourself in a positive direction, don't fall off because what you wanted didn't come to fruition. You only got a little bit of it. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. This is a microcosm for everything. Just because you got a little nugget and you wanted, the whole mountain basically, doesn't mean, okay, all right, I only got a nugget, so this means it didn't work. No, it worked. You just need to keep going. And then your momentum will give you the mountain faster than you thought. But once you give up after just a short amount of time, that you lose all that progress and then you have to start over. So that's key. I'm glad they talked about that. And active faith means pushing continuously, staying positive, optimistic, but also putting in the work, continuing that. And I think that's positive as well. And understanding that this material world is affected by your will, not the other way around. You can effectively impose your will on this world in all forms, not the other way around. You are in control. You're in control. Your mind and body are not in control of you. You are in control of your mind and body. So that's important too. That's important to talk about too, because it's too many times where our mind and body don't feel like doing something, and we just go along with it unconsciously, honestly. And so it's time. That's why I said you need to reprogram your mind and your body from the core. You need to go after whatever the root cause of whatever is affecting you. You need to go after that and unearth it, and then cast it out, cast it into the super consciousness, cast that burden afloat, let it go up, and then replant your subconscious with a brand new plant, brand new seed. Just let it grow with positivity, with work, with faith, with optimism, with happiness, with peace. You know what I'm saying? With positive words. Like we need more positive words to yourself. Because more times than not, you're not talking positive to yourself. I know for a fact I'm not. I can be honest. More times than not, I'm hard on myself. I'm down on myself. I may laugh and have fun, this and that, but at the core, I'm tough on myself. And I think it's time to, understand that you have responsibilities and, hold yourself to a high standard. But you can do that through positive affirmations, through love of yourself, through happiness, through peace, through having fun, being joyful, laughing, doing things that will inundate you to push you further, instead of holding yourself back with all negativity. So I think it's important to talk about that. And the chapter was strong. I like that chapter. The chapter was real. And I think it's very important. And it's important to have a prosperous mind as well. Have an abundance mindset. Like you're going to be successful. You're going to have the life you have. You're going to have the heaven on earth that you want in all forms. Where it comes to money, ain't no object. Wealth ain't no object. That's just going to be your daily lifestyle. And you should be comfortable in that. You should be comfortable being able to know that, you know, your current situation is not your final destination, and that you are going to reach higher heights. So there's no need to be scarce. No need to feel like this is the end, basically, you know, or this is all I have, so I have to hold on to it. There's nothing else coming. Nah, that's a poor man's mindset. You need to be thinking like a wealthy man, knowing that, hey, I'm gonna spend on this because I want to do this, and this is what I need. But I'm going to get even more back in return. You know, I'm going to put the energy of prosperity out there, so I get the energy of that back. So I think that's important. I think that's very important, honestly. Yeah. And it's important to have that mindset, honestly, so the prosperity can just flow in all forms. Prosperity spiritually, prosperity materially, of course, with valuables, money, wealth, houses, cars, clothes, shoes, pools, mansions, airports, airplanes, ships, boats, helicopters, spaceships, satellites, all of that, man. It's important to think like that. Think like a king, think like an emperor, ruler. Where, but not to be, not to, don't turn it into ego. Be like king mindset, like prosperity is just what it is. It just flows, and then I'm just gonna help out, when I can. If somebody's in need, I'm gonna make sure they help out. I'm not gonna think, oh, this is only for me. That's how you lose. So, yeah. So, I think that's powerful. And of course, the fourth dimension, I thought that was a powerful excerpt in that, activating that. And they talked about how music is key to helping you activate that. So positive music, good affirmation words. That's why when you work out, if you notice, when you put that music on, you got your headphones on, you play that right song, all of a sudden you feel like you done got to turn into you done went Super Saiyan. Honestly, that 300 that was too how can I say, that was too hard for you to throw up. All of a sudden you just threw up that 315 5 times. You know what I'm saying? Throwing up 5 times. You're like, dang, it's that easy, bro. You know, like I can remember when I was in the lab, when I was in the gym consistently. I used to be a monster in the gym. I would say that was probably like 2016. I was in the lab relentlessly, like every other day, and I was grinding, and I was hitting my whole body, and I was pushing so hard, and I got to like 415. I want to say 420. That was my max. 420. That's 4 plates. That's 445s, and what is it, like a did I throw? What did I throw, a 5 on it, or I threw a 10? No, I threw a 5 and a 2.5 on it, and I got to that weight because it's 405 and a 415. So I got to 420. I put a 5 and a 10 and a 5 and a 2.5 on each side with the 4 plates. And I was like, dang, and I started to get scared. You see what I'm saying? See, that's the mindset. You start to get scared because you're like, oh, snap, this is that new level. I've never gotten to that level. I've never gotten to that point. What's next? You know what I'm saying? I didn't set a goal for myself after that. I was like, I just want to be able to get to 4 plates because I had always broken through 3 plates. I had always gotten a 315. And then I started getting to 330, 340, 350. 360, 375, 385, 395. Then I got to 400, and I was like, oh snap, I got to 400. And then I put 4 plates on it, which is 405. And I was like, oh man, I got to 405. And then after that, I was like, what's next? Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think, okay, let me try to see if I can get to 500 pounds. And so after that, I descended. And I've never gotten back up to 4 plates again. I haven't even gotten close. I got to like maybe one time 3 plates and a 25 maybe. But that was way back in early in 2016, or a little bit towards the beginning of 2017. But since these 5 years have passed, 4 years have passed, I haven't gotten near that. And that tells you, like, you need to stay consistent on your journey. Because and then you need to set high goals for yourself too. Because the minute you achieve something, then you go back to normal, and then it pushes you back. And now I'm trying to get revved back up. Recently I got to 3 plates and a 10 on each side, and I hadn't done that in a long time. That was new weight that I hadn't done in a while. My body was like, oh, okay. Like, so, and same thing with ab workouts and stuff like that. I remember I used to be able to do probably 50 sit-ups straight, like, with no problem, right when I hit the gym. Now 25 is, I'm starting to get tired. I'm wheezing. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, that lets me know how when you stop the consistency, you stop doing the things that you need to do, it affects you. And so your mind is like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna jump right back in. But your body's like, you ain't put the muscle work in. You ain't stay consistent enough. You gotta get back to that. And that's frustrating when you have to always restart yourself especially from a high point. It wears on you. So I heard it from an NFL player, Hall of Famer. I think Jason Taylor said this. It's he said it's better to go hard and stay consistent than to take it easy. Like when you're taking it easy, it's the worst thing. You know what I'm saying? Like when you slow down and you take it easy, it messes you up. But when you're pushing, constantly pushing and going through obstacles and breaking through, it's better because you go through this thing, you get stronger, you get better, you're improving, you're constantly pushing, and it's going to get you into that mindset of self determination, willpower, self love. You're going to want to take care of yourself. You're going to want to do so many other things because it activates everything in your mind. I can remember whenever I used to enter a new weight or do a new weightlifting thing that I hadn't done before, my body would automatically like feel the anticipation. Like it was almost like I was playing back in a game or something. Like, the anticipation of being able to do something you haven't done before. And then when you will break that barrier, all of a sudden it activated everything in your mind, activated everything in your body. Now, I remember at one point I was right when I was like consistent with it, I was trying to push to do 350, and that's I think no, it was 365. My bad, because it was 25 on each side, three plates in the 25 on each side. So I was trying to do 365, and so I hadn't done the weight before, so I'm getting ready to throw it up, and the anticipation came in, but I was tired. I was like, dang, okay, I'm gonna throw this up, and it's gonna be the last set. So I put the music on, try to put it to my right, frequency or whatever, the right song, the right chant to get me through. And I put it down, and I threw it up twice. And after I threw it up twice, it opened up and activated something in my mind and in my body and in my soul. And all of a sudden, I was able to work out for 2, 3 more hours after that. I was doing everything. I was able to do squats, leg presses, do run on the treadmill for 30 minutes, bike for an hour, do abs, work on the lower abs, work on the top abs, work on the full abs, work on the abdominals. Like I was able to hit everything, get the obliques, you know. And so the important lesson is once you cast that burden out, once you get through that obstacle, all of a sudden all the God energy and God force disseminates on you, and it's like whoa. And then all of a sudden you're in like it's like you took the limitless pill, and now you feel like you can conquer the world. But it's important to understand that and to overstand that, to become that, and then to have it within your being where you're in that all the time, because it takes consistency beyond what you've done before, and to be in an environment that helps to facilitate that and incubate and enhance that and improve upon that. So it's important to be around people of positivity, to listen to stuff with positivity, music, um, TV shows that are positive, everything that you want to manifest, you have to have that within your daily bread, basically, you know. And the daily bread isn't just food; it's what you're nourishing mentally, what you're nourishing spiritually. So I think that's powerful. And so, this is kind of a different show this time around. I wanted to focus more on the self. This time I talked about what's going on abroad, and that's important to see the world and what's going on in the world, of course, but it's also important to keep it, make it stick at home and talk about what's going on from a day-to-day standpoint on an individualistic level. And so, I want to talk about probably myself, basically. I've had this YouTube video. I wanted to improve. I want it to be monetized. I wanted to have a platform like how the InfoWars thing has a platform and people tune in. They have a full set, and everybody co-signs it. I want a podcast with my queen. We've been talking about that on my website. That shows the facts. I want to be in charge of my own political party and be a leader and a voice and also a military force to stop all of this crap that's going on right now. And to be in a Khalid Muhammad, John Horse energy and mind state, but be beyond that, so we can actually achieve true victory and take over. I want to be the spirit of that. I want to be in a prosperous state. You know what I mean? I want to be successful, be in a wealthy position where I can take care of myself, my family, everybody who cares and loves me, and I love them back, and mom and all of that. I want to do that. My girl, all of that, and I want to have positive people around me, positive friends, people who have my back, who I have theirs, and where their mindset is raised up and their God force and God body and God mind is activated so that they can be prosperous and be gods within themselves. Because remember now, in our traditional rule, it wasn't like this. It was like this because we were all gods. So we were all on top, basically. You know what I'm saying? In the white supremacist hierarchy, it's like this because it's corrupt, it's evil. So it's obviously going to be demonic. So they obviously need to, and it's based upon evil. So they steal from the God force. That's why they had to push us down and then steal our power so then they can be risen up because they're naturally always like this. They're deaf. There's nothing there. We're gods. We're life. We're always going to be up here. That's why things are usurped. That's why the world is the way it is. So, I just wanted to put that out there. But I want to speak about affirmations. I want to affirm Godhood, God force. I want to affirm happiness, peace, prosperity, Mayat, goodness, serenity, tranquility, harmony, um, innerstanding, understanding, and overstanding, the fifth dimension, and everything in the Game of Life book, and how to play it, and basically become that God in this world. Basically, that's what I want to be. I want to be the God in this world, basically. And I know that's within me to manifest that, and then to turn everything into where it needs to be for myself, and then extending that to everything that's connected to me, and be in an environment that enhances and cultivates that to the point where we have heaven on earth. And I have heaven within myself, and I have heaven within the surrounding material 3D world that I live within, and then I've activated the fourth dimension, so there's heaven there, and then I go beyond that into the fifth dimension, so now I'm imbued with that consistently. So that's the goal, and prosperity of wealth, prosperity of health, prosperity of everything, basically prosperity of money, wealth, which is land, cars, clothes, shoes, property, boats, ports, all of that. I'm putting that all out there, in all forms, and I want that for everybody who wants to be prosperous as well, who wants to have that abundance and wants to, achieve that meiotic balance in all forms. So, I'll leave you with a message of it's good to know about the world, but then it's also good to manifest the world within yourself, and that's going to change everything. So, thank you for listening, and I look forward to dropping more videos. Like, share, subscribe, and appreciate it.